Thank you. Alrighty.
I'm gonna go to Grandma's.
Okay.
And watch it over there.
Hopefully I've got the right bot open.
Right side of it.
Yeah, it looks like it. I do have a new bot I'm going to try out for the year guesses. So what I'll do is I will put the year in, and then I put start guess, and then when it ends I put end guess, and it pulls over everything that was exact match. And if there was no exact match, it goes to 1 on each side, and then 2 on each side, and so on. So Alex is on his way over. Let's see, we got VMC, KJ, JC, Garrett, Jim from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. NewMarshallinTown, we're hunting for tonight. BH and Joseph. Brian, Joe. Let's see, Garrett, Joe, JCG, Alex, Sarah, and it's probably either Grandpa or Grandma. Could be either one. I'm guessing Grandpa. KJ. Maple Leaf, Kentucky Fried, Smoker, Mike, Dennis, Joey, Furvids, welcome. I think we've got everybody. So, yeah, now you can put whatever drink you think I have and what you think is the oldest year in the box. I would recommend going at least into the 40s. I don't think I've ever had a stream without one with 40s or 50s. And then we'll see at the end of the night. And hopefully I can find the list when it closes. So I've got a lot of them open. Been working on some new scripts. Wasn't going so well. So now I've got to figure out which ones are working and which ones are not. Michael, welcome. Ow. I have the kids until they get picked up by their mom when she gets off work. So Amy wanted to go to London's, her friend, and I said sure. I told her she'd have to be back by 8:30. Yeah, I've tried the dual, but if you use Streamlabs, you can set stuff up, but then YouTube randomly chooses whichever one wants to be primary. And if you use YouTube's, you can't really set it up. It's just a big pain. Won't let me reload any jewels. Well, that's a load. Lyle, David, Jolly, welcome. And when they had to reset some of those settings, I did find out that it did turn the ads back on. So I went in and turned those off for my live streams. So it did change that. So hopefully Billy, if he's here, doesn't get as many. Joseph. Yeah, there'll still be ads, but hopefully not as many. I did get a donation, and that is to go with the nickel bounty. So right now, with the nickel bounty, you get the V nickel, or the shield nickel. You can see the 5 there. It is worn. But to go along with it, we now have a dime. It's a official US Mint set 2020 silver. It's a first release, Proof 70 Ultra Cameo. So that is in addition to the one that I have. I was sent that as a donation. To go with that bounty. So hopefully we'll give that one night. Civ 5s, Vanessa, welcome. Yeah, you still get ads, but I found out that when they changed some of those settings on me, they changed it back to putting them in automatically all the time. So I did turn off ads for my live. There will still be ads, but hopefully not as many. But I told it manual, which means if I want an ad, I'll insert it. And not to just automatically place them. I did open up the stream a couple minutes early because I had to make sure I had the right bot thing going, so I do have the one box left, and New Marshall has got that. If we get one more like, we'll do a 25 like giveaway. I'm showing 24 with 27 people watching. So 3 people have not pushed like. See, now we have 31 people. We have 28 likes. So let's do this. You've got 4 minutes to enter exclamation GAW, no spaces, and you will be entered. Hey, Jim Thompson sent a 10 memberships, and let's see if I can catch those before they go flying by. We got Rivendell, CLMK. We've got Keith M, Flip Mode, T-Rep Adventures, M Prez, Robert Worley, Ms. Drace, Las Vegas Coin Hunter. So, congratulations if anybody is in here. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. I'm going to get your name on the wheel for that. Because you donate. Right now I've got 20 people entered. I show 27 watching, which means a few people have not entered. Exclamation GAW. No spaces. Hey, Janet. Let's see, there's some people getting exclamation GAW. Now I've got 24 people. And the bot kind of changed, so I'll have to figure out which one is actually the correct one, because I was testing some stuff, but now it's pulling in a few random conversations, like if I've said, hey, gotta drive home, so I'll be inactive for 30-40 minutes after I finish the bank here, and it pulled that in and said his year was 1930. And then Streamlabs, the 25 light going on, is pulling over as 1925. So you gotta love Streamlabs. Minute 25 seconds left to get in. So exclamation GAW. I don't care. It's TikTok shop saying there's changes to how refunds are done. I have gotten 2 orders from TikTok shop. It matches with my Shopify and pulls information over, and all I did was click sync on Shopify, and that's what it did. All right, we've got 32 seconds, 29 users. So you got 20 seconds left, exclamation GAW. Five seconds. I found if I'm on this screen, it will actually go down to 0, but if you're not on the screen, it usually won't. All right, so winner of the 25 likes, Donkey Socks. You need to email me and ask for a code, or you can bank your wins to save up for later. So congrats, Donkey Socks. You must have missed it. Sorry. And I do have like your bank and stuff. If you ever need to know, just let me know. I have had a few people use theirs already. Give it a few more minutes to get in drinks and years. And in the meantime, put that up here. Alright. So for now I'm going to close it. We'll run through it and make sure everybody has the stuff. Now I've got to find my file wherever it went. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. And that's not it. That's not. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where it stuck it at. And it is not showing up in my thing. Sorry, bear with me. Nope. Can I find it this way? No. I'm trying to figure out where it put my thing. Nope, that's an old one. Oh, come on. Is this one it? There we go. Found it. All right. So now I've got to go through and delete some of this crap. And it will be back to having to fix things. Thank you for bearing with me. Got Joey said you want to change to Fresca 37, so I'll get that changed. I must have deleted the wrong thing last night. I know you're all probably like, get on with it. Okay, now those are entered. Got a few that it pulled the stuff, but it didn't put it in the right place. All right. Now let's see who we have. I've got drinks and years for AG, Bellows, BH, Brian, Calvin, Cap, Civ5, David, Dennis, Fervid, Garrett, Gatita, JC, Jim, Joe, Joey, Joseph, KJ, Kentucky Fried, Lyle, Maple Leaf, Michael, Mike, New Marshall, Sarah Vincent, Smoker, Jolly Roger, Thomas Wells, Tim Ivans, Vanessa, and VMC. So on those, I have your drinks and years. So we will sort it and see who won. My son picked the drinks, so if you don't win, you get to blame him. Do we have anybody? Will still blame me. Okay, that's fine. I do not show anybody chose the correct one. There were two that were close, but it was the wrong brand, Jim and Lyle. So I will pull this up and show you guys. Zero Coke Cherry Float. So, sorry, but no one won. And like I said, I do have a new bot that was it was pretty close. That I'm going to try out. That is supposedly going to monitor the chat. So I'll type a year into this box and click start guess, and then when we're done, end guess, and supposedly it will pull over people. And when I was testing it last night on a past stream, it worked. Got a couple older looking ones, but nothing jumping out except for number 10. Let me shrink that down a little bit. Get that out of my way. That's what I'm told a lot of times. Get that out of my way. Alrighty. Trifecta tonight. Yep. In addition to the nickel bounty that I had, we had a anonymous donation that wanted to add in the Proof 70 Ultra Cameo first release 2020 dime. So that is in addition to the nickel bounty shield nickel that you get. I did sharpen my knife a little bit. And off we go into the wild blue yonder. Oh, the 10 ounce Star Spangled Banner bars. Unfortunately, the guy is not able to get any more, at least at the moment. But he does have those 5 ounce 1776 to 2026 laser engraved ones. I am getting some of those. So, unfortunately, don't have the big ones, but at least that's cool. I know there's already a couple that have said they wanted it, so yeah, he thought he was going to be able to get more, but unfortunately, no. He did show me some stuff, but of course I'm not buying it because I'm just not going to. But it is a let's see. I hate how it pops up on the screen and goes away so quick. Brian Robinson. No, that was 3 eyeballs. Michael Erickson sent fortune cookie for 380 jewels. Thank you, Michael. You're going on the wheel for that. Because on the bigger ones like that, it deserves to go on. Although I do appreciate all the like the 2 and stuff, but so if you do want nickel boxes, you can always purchase them, even though I don't have them available right now. You can purchase them for future dates. At one point I was booked out for 2.5 weeks. So if you want to battle and you choose a stranger option, Michael Erickson sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. If someone else wants a stranger battle, I'll just keep in the thing until someone buys one also. If you work it out between 2 of you, like I want to battle you, then that's good. Either way. Got 2 chili peppers, but that doesn't pay out. have found 2026 nickels for people, and I've found a couple 2026 dimes for me. I've been going through the quarter box and have not found a 2026 yet, but I did find a W last stream. I opened 3 rows. I have 2 more left to go, so we'll see what else is in the box. I average about half of a W per box. So out of every 2 boxes, I'm averaging 1. Ella's mom. Actually, Ella's mom V for Vincent. I do now. And I know that's my mom because it says kiddo. Don't know if Elizabeth's in here, but even though you did not win the box battle, you did win the box battle because the wins were donated to you. She did thank me, so if she's not here, you're welcome. And that was something that they were like, can you send this to her? I said, yeah. And they took the cup around, and there you go. 4 rolls down, and nothing. Boxes have been kind of hit or miss. It's either really good or really kind of crappy. At least we've worked out the echoing on the microphone. Even though I had told it not to do it and stuff, it still was doing it. So I had to go into the Windows settings and turn off that mic, which still is kind of crazy because it should just go off of the settings you do. Working and lurking. So can't remember how the duels work, but this is not roll 10, but it is roll 10. How does that work? This is roll 6, but it's roll 10. Michael sent a gift of a makeup brush. I needed one of those for 6 jewels. Thank you, Michael. Mine was wearing out. Because I use makeup brushes so often. Let me do this. We'll see if this works. Michael Erickson said stay hydrated for 550 joules. Wow. Michael, you were going on the wheel. Again. So hopefully this new tool works. Will make it so much easier. And Michael sent a happy poop for 10 joules. It's always good to have a happy poop. So I'll have to figure out the correct drink year guess, because to all the Canadians, I'm cool. Sweet. I can tell you why I'm cool to all the Canadians. Because I carry some Canadian stuff. And I have a 1 ounce copper maple leaf. So it was supposed to combine these two programs into one, and the GUI interface worked, you know, it showed up as the right thing, but it was breaking all the other stuff. Thank you, VMC. And let me do this and go end guess. Was there one person, it looks like, a 1954? My thing says it was Martin Bowen. Let me know if there are more than one. Like I said, I'm testing it out, so hopefully. Martin times 2. All right. At least that's working. Oh, it's supposed to have a copy name, but oh well. I'll just go like that. So Martin, the default is you get your name 2 times on the it should. I guess we'll have to test it out. So Martin, if you want your name on the wheel 2 times, that's just default. If you want your name with an X2, meaning if you get drawn on the wheel, and you have an X2, my thing's screwy. What things? The dual thing. Ah, gotcha. Well, we don't have a duel tonight, so. Like I said, I did go in and make sure it was turned off, and because it was turned on, but I did say no. So if you're getting them, it's because of YouTube. So now I'll have to run two different programs, but it looks like that will help out tremendously. So I'm running one program for the drink and year, and then one program for the year guess. And it's kind of nice because I can just click start guess, it does it, and then end guess, and then it pulls over anybody that had that year. I guess we'll find out if someone changes their answer, if it, and they win, because I won't know on that, because it just monitors the chat. Tempted to not going to work Wednesday because they'll sing happy birthday and all that crap. But I'll be nice and it's still probably good to do it just in case my thing breaks, which it likes to do. Oh boy. I have no idea. That's an icky one. Trying to see if I can even see a deer, but I can't. Oh well. It's going back. I think the like doing the year guess thing is helpful because then people will see, oh, I get to start guessing. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Someone showed a nickel in your penny roll? Well, that's a good thing. And let's see if this is one. Yep. There you go. Thank you, Garrett, or KJ. That wasn't a penny, it was a corroded nickel. Because you could see the Lincoln Memorial in the back, on the back part. Couldn't make out a year or anything, but you could make out that. So, just a nickel. But I could see how you thought it was a penny. Got to 44 Philly today. Nice. True. It is technically a cent, but everybody calls it a penny. Thank you, KJ. Or VMC. KJ's putting them up, VMC's taking it down. I gotta remember that. I don't think it pulled everybody, because I thought it said there was 2, but we'll find out. 1940. Get that on the board. On this, it says Jolly Roger, but I thought there was someone else with a 40. Maybe I'm seeing things. Just Jolly? Okay. I guess my thing isn't seeing things. Well, that makes it easy. So Jolly, I put your name on twice. If you only want it on once with an X2, let me know and I'll change that. But default is your name goes on 2 times. Well, 10 rows down, 2 fines. Just seeing if there's a date on this one or if it's too corroded. Just a second. Because I can't use my scope, otherwise you guys would see what it is. Oh, it's an 86. I did actually get a year out of that. I'm up to 364 Denvers. I did turn on my Shopify to have international everywhere. So now if you're outside of US and Canada, it will work for you. The shipping's kind of the killer part, but It's not super horrible since it's still the simple export rate. So your purchases can only go up to 4 pounds, and if you're ordering 4 pounds of copper, then congratulations, I'll probably pay the difference. The most expensive package, or the most heaviest I've sent, was 5 pounds, but that was between multiple hunts and purchases. Because they accumulated it. It's a new word, accumulated it. It's weird how words come out of your mouth and it's like, what the crap was that? Accumulated? Likes. Yep. My son's watching the like count.
In the stream.
Michael sent a 100 for 2 jewels. I don't know. I don't look for them for people because I pull all the 59 and older out, and on those I just pull them out and I let people look for themselves. I need to put that on my cheat sheet because I keep forgetting to do what the years are. So I know there's multiple years, so. But have I ever found one hunting for someone? I don't know. I do look for the 64 Denvers, because 60s are ones that are not considered a find. For me, I only pull 59 and older. So, because of that, I pull out the 64s to look for the 64 D over D, which we have found before. I have found one for myself, and I have found one for a subscriber. And that's the nice thing, is you can get in on the hunts and stuff without having to be a member. I know some channels you have to, but anybody can do a hunt. Yeah, I have, I know I found at least one for myself. I can't remember if I found 2 or not, but I also look for the 75 high D, because again, that's not one that I pull out. But I use this for reference of what to find. And all of these up to there are all things that I'm pulling out anyway. So I'm only pulling out 63 Phillies, 64 Denvers, 75 Denvers, and then I look for the spear bison. Cool. I need to update that, but keep forgetting. But 58 for any of your guesses. I will try to remember. I'm horrible at remembering to find out who won after I put it on the board. Cool. And thank you for coming, Calvin. Mondays and Thursdays at 5:30 each week, unless it's like a holiday or something like Thanksgiving. You know, something like that. It's like, nah, I don't usually stream, so. This coming Thursday, I'll probably just open a box of quarters for myself. And by the way, the how is everyone's evening? That is coming from my son. So I'm not typing while I'm opening.
Which would be which state items would be?
So when you see that, that is him. I am not magical. Especially if you, oh, we got one. And it's one we don't usually get. It is not a D. It is a P. Because I do not find P's very often. Unless they're in my freezer.
P? Oh.
Oh, who hit it? KJ. Oh, okay. Let me get 50-cent bank for you.
What's the peppers?
On the slot machine, if you get 3 chili peppers, you get 50 cents added to your bank that you can use on my store towards anything. So if you do hit one, do what KJ did and put at Dad Hunts Coin so it alerts me easier, because I don't look up all the time, but I do look when I see a orange. Michael sent chili for 6 jewels. Thank you, Michael. The last one I pulled out is a 2024. 2009 and 2024 are lower mintage. So they're not as proliferate, as many as all the other years. So I do pull out the 2009s and 2024s. I think the 2009 has the lowest of them. The one I think has about 30 million, and usually they're making like 300 million. 2024 I think is like 90 million compared to however many 100 millions. Because they can be worth some money, because they're so low of a mintage. Just like on this, you have, in the old ones, you have key dates. Like this is one of the hardest, 1950 Denver. Only has 2.63 million minted. The most out of all of those is the 48S at 11.3 million. So when you take into account, back then they didn't produce as many. 2009s and 24s are kind of what you'd consider a kind of a key date or semi-key date. I wouldn't call it a key date, but that's kind of one way to explain it, is you can consider it kind of a modern. I'm not giving it away because it's not mine to give. This is a box for New Marshall, so everything he's got right here is his. Absolutely. We like to help people learn new things and stuff like that. And Marsh, you've asked like 3 or 4 times. I'm not going to tell you again. I am not giving it away unless it is specifically asked for by the person whose box it is. So please quit asking. It is not my box to give away. If I was hunting it for myself, yes, I would probably give it away. But it is not mine to give. So yeah, if you ever have questions or, why did you pull that out type thing, always feel free to ask, because we like to help educate people. There you go. You can start guessing years, because I always click the start guess before. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about give away the nickel, but that makes sense if you're talking about songs now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Can't make out a year on that one because it's ground down. But now your comment makes sense. So I apologize.
Your birthday is Thursday or Wednesday?
My birthday is Wednesday.
Oh. Okay.
Well, it's kind of weird because it was like, that doesn't seem like something he would do, but I was like, I don't know. Strange. But now it makes sense. Thank you, BMC. So the nice thing is after you see the stop signs and the camera goes off, I then come over and click end guess, which is what I'm doing right now. I show no one got it exactly on. So there were 3 winners because there was no 48. If it'll focus. I show New Marshall, Vanessa, and Bellows are at 47 being the closest. I don't know if there was any 49s. But I show at least those 3. Just trying to find the board thing here again. There we go. Alex had 49.
Oh.
You put 1949?
Yeah.
Then you also get on. Don't know why it didn't pull, well, my name, but because it's supposed to be, when I was testing it, it was supposed to pull 47s and 49s if there was no exact date. So that's why I was saying it's kind of good that we still do it the regular way, but...
Did I win the first one at all?
No. So at least the thing is working halfway. Like I said, what I gotta do now is when I start playing with them, I think I need to make a new folder to play with so that it doesn't contaminate the stuff that is currently working, at least pretty much. Slots it. Joseph, let me get 50 cents on there for you. And Joseph, you were not on there before, so now you were added in.
Burvid's Finds asks, is someone using your account to type in chat, or is it a bot program?
No one hacked into my account. Nope, no bot. Unless you call a child a bot. He's using my account on the other side of the room.
I can't see anything,
So when he's putting guesses and stuff, I have told him that I will put his name on the wheel, but if he wins, I will also draw an extra name. Because it's not fair to have me putting family members' names if they're in the same room.
and I've won once, and I'm trying to get more.
And the one time he did it, he won. Oh no, you're good. Usually you wouldn't see me typing, but no, I am not magical. I cannot type and open coins at the same time.
Unless you have 8 arms.
But yeah, the one time I let him on the wheel, I was like, if you win, I'm going to pick someone else also. I'll let you win, but we'll pick a second winner. And the funny thing was, is his name was drawn.
And I was there for the whole stream.
Yep. But yeah, usually you wouldn't see me typing stuff in. Sometimes he watches, like when he's at his mom's house, he'll use her phone. And be in the chat that way. Oh, is it just your mom's account on your Chromebook then?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were using her phone.
No.
Because it always had her username.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She just signed in because I can't make that.
Gotcha.
One until 13.
20 rolls down. We have 4 fines. That's 1 out of every 5 rolls, which means at this rate, it will be 10. Yeah, their mom asked if they could come here until she gets off work. So I said, sure. So my daughter was like, can I go to my friend's house? I said, well, there's 2 options. I can take you, and you take your scooter, and you scoot on home because it will be the middle of the stream. Or her mom can bring her home. So she...
Did your kids enjoy the cruise? Very.
They said yes. So she used my phone to text her friend because she does not have her own phone. She's only 10. And she said that her mom would bring her here, and I said, okay, somewhere between 8 and 8:30, so you're ready for when your mom comes. Did I get a package from Fervid? No.
Oh, because I thought you did get a package.
I got one from someone, but I'm not saying who it is, because I don't know if they want to be named. I sent him a package.
Ah, okay.
I'm working on a trade with someone, and I don't say the names of people I trade with. I might say, what we traded or something like that, but I don't say who I traded with. I let them say it if they want to. And it's one of those that it's some cool stuff I like. Oh, we got a foreign.
Ooh. I love foreign coins.
I'm not going to put it up for a guess because I guess it's actually that way.
Fervid said, did you see the shout out I gave you on my stream this past Saturday at Dad's Coins?
I think I did. Remember seeing a shout out.
I had a phone.
So yeah, you got a foreign with a 10 on it, but I don't know whatever language that is.
What I can't spell. That might be Japanese.
No. I'll get that on the board. It pulls in, like if you put 53, it will pull in as 53 or 1953. So it pulls in for both.
What if you put two numbers in?
I don't know, because I can't remember what the logic I had in it. If they guessed a second one, it would highlight it, and I would go with the second guess, or if it would just pull it in and leave whatever it is. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I recognize like the year stuff, well, whatever that would be, I'm assuming would be the year, but because I have paper money with that same sort of thing on it. I show 3 people won. 1953 with Furvids, JC, and New Marshall.
Oh.
Let me know if anybody was missed.
Didn't Garrett technically get 2-3?
I don't know. I'm just going off of what my bot tells me. And Martin. Okay. Yeah, it's weird that it didn't pull him in. And I think what it is it pulls in it's supposed to pull in the 2-year digit also. But yeah, I don't know why Martin didn't come over also. That's another logic I might have to go in and fix. Like I said, I'll have to make a folder and play with it, because what happened is I accidentally used the same one. It should pull in everything, but maybe that might be something too. Like I said, it helps, but it's not like perfect, of course. Just like when it pulled in the 47, because the year was a 48. It pulled in the 47s, but it didn't pull in the 49.
The coins from Saudi Arabia.
2 Kulish or 10 Halaid. I was wondering if it was Saudi. I was figuring it was somewhere in the Middle East area, but I couldn't remember which country. Because I have currency from pretty much every country. Like I even have Iraq before the back when it was Saddam. But I know that they have the numbers that look like that. Because when I was putting all of it into a spreadsheet, I actually had to do like some kind of setting thing on my keyboard so that it would be able to pull down the extra letters, and then you could find what it was, or the numbers, I guess. My bot says there's only one winner. 1959, and that is Martin Bowen. Is that the only 59? Get that on the board, and hopefully it's right, but we'll see. So if it's only Martin, it's Martin times 2. I see a Martin times 2. Okay. So again, Martin, default is your name is on there 2 times. If you want it on there as an X2, please let us know, and I will try to see it. So the easiest thing to do is tag me and just put X2. And if you don't do anything, then your name just goes on there 2 times. I know everybody in here already knows that, but in case of if new people come in. Oh, we got Dennis with 3 chilies. I looked up right at the perfect time. So, Dennis Stewart, you have 50 cents added to your bank. Congratulations. I happened to see that right as I looked up, and it popped in the chat, and I was like, ooh, I caught one as it came in. I think we've had 3 times where we've had people choose an X2. Yeah, so if you want to gamble and you do X2, if your name is landed on the wheel when we spin it, then if you have an X2 instead of 2 names, you get double the prize. So, haven't had anybody hit it, but we had a few people gamble and do X2. And I know I repeat things many times, but people come in and out consistently. I usually end up with about 400 something views, which means people came in and stayed for at least a period of time. They may not have stayed more than a minute, but
40 likes.
Alex says it's 40 likes, which means 10 more, and
because I just like it.
As far as I know, because it's not a pay-to-play, and it's just more of a fun thing. I guess if YouTube says, nope, that's considered gambling, then to me it's the same thing as winning a giveaway. So I don't know. You now have a matching PD.
What's a PD?
They already found a 24 Philly. Now we have a 24 Denver. I know in a lot of the things you do have to put, this is not sponsored by YouTube or anything, you know, stuff like that. Just like with the monthly member giveaway, when I post it, I can't deny anything because it would be considered a pay-to-play, you know, having a certain level membership. So I do have to put that AMOE, alternative method of entry, which is where you follow the directions. When it comes time, you send an email and you get on. Yeah, from what I understood, I can't just do the members only thing for the 2 levels because that's considered you have to pay to get in on it. New Marshall, I know you like toned coins. Do you want this thing? It's kind of a yellowish look. It doesn't show up very well on camera, but if you want that one, I'll throw it in. Not as a fine, but just extra. When I come across some weird tone stuff like that, okay. Because I know you like toned coins. Just like, who is it? VMC, like, I think it is, likes hold coins. Makes magnets and stuff out of them. So if I ever come across any, I always hold them out. I did have a person that was like, I want to buy them. So I was like, okay, I'll sell them to you for face plus shipping. And then they never did. They also wanted some 5-ounce bars. So I held them out. And I contacted them and I was like, did you still want them or what? Because I'm going to put them back into rotation if you don't do it. I'm not going to hold them forever. Never heard back, so I put them back into rotation.
Like 5 bowls of toned nickels.
And sometimes you might see just like one little edge or something. To me, that's not really a toned coin. But that one, it's... Draw back from the wheels, keeps high score tables. That's cool. All of my coding is done through multiple AIs because it seems like none of them can actually do one thing correct. So I'll have one build what they think is the best they could do, and then I feed it to another one, and they're like, oh, this is good, I can build on that and do this. And they'll fix something that the other one says was unfixable. Yeah, if I ever know, like, like I come across something interesting, sometimes I'll just ask if you guys want it. So if you're hunting a box and it's like, oh, this is interesting, and it may not count as a find, but I just keep it on my spreadsheet so that I keep track of what I give out, and I just put it down as extra. That way, when I do taxes and stuff, I can say I gave away X things. It's 61. But I basically tell the parameters of what I want. It does whatever. I run it. It'll not work exactly how I wanted it, so I'll tell them this is happening. I'll send screenshots and things. I'll be like, oh, I see, this logic needs to be changed, and it does that. And I think what happened is I accidentally overwrote the one that was working perfect. It was trying to integrate a couple of them into one, and now I just got to go back and find the correct code and build it, and then label a folder as original or corrected or whatever. Then if I go to do something, I can make a duplicate folder and put like test 1, test 2. Because even though it's based off of live chat, I can do a replay of a live stream and it works exactly the same because it has live in the video name. 2009. And that is the one where 2009s have a lower mintage than 2024s, which are a low mintage. So I'm always kind of trying to play around to make it easier. Like, for example, for me, like to find the years, I can just pop it in, copy the name, and not have to type it in. Just like when I do the giveaway and an entry onto the wheel, I do it on the same thing and then just copy and paste. But if I can run this program and it pulls in everything that is, if it's working correctly, the correct parameters and the people and everything, then it can be more something where if there was an error, it's easier to find. But yeah, I am not a coder. So, yeah. Yes, Loomis. The ones that my sister is getting for me are Brinks. It's ones that go to Wells Fargo. It's the tall box, tall boys or whatever they call them. So she is picking me up extra right now. She has picked me up 10 of those. But these are the ones that I get. Because I told her, hey, if you ever come across anything like that, pick them up for me. So she ordered some, and that was 2.
I have 10 boxes.
And then she messaged me the other day and said that she was at the bank and there was a ton of them. Did I want more? I was like, yeah, I'll take like 10 or whatever. And then she said, oh, some of these are taped. And I'm like, you mean like taped back up? She said, yeah, some of them have like packing tape. And I said, no, I don't want those. That means they've already been searched and returned. Because that's what the one box that she brought me the last time, it was that way. And of course she didn't know. But I said, if it's got the brown packing tape on it, not cut open, then I'll take them. So she picked up 8 that were not taped. And she'd already picked up 2, like I said, the week before or something. So right now I have 10. She's trying to get me a few more before she comes up. She's coming up for the 4th. So once she tells me however many she got, I Venmo her the money. And the one I was like, I had said, I'm going to owe her some extra gas money. And then I said, oh wait, her car doesn't use gas. Because she drives a Tesla and her husband drives a Cybertruck. And to me it seems like people either love them or hate them. In my opinion, they look like a rolling garbage can, a dumpster. I said that to him and he got a little bit pissed. There it is. And make sure here. There we go. Yeah, it was. The only thing I can see when I see one is there's a dumpster on wheels. You know, it's one of those things that everybody has their own tastes. I had a Ford Flex, absolutely loved it until it died. But it was one of those things where the first time I ever saw one, I was like, I don't know what that is, but I love it. So I went in and looked, and looking at it, it was like parked in a parking lot outside of my office one day, and that's when I found out what it was. I was like, I loved it. And other people are like, I hate those. I was like, well, I like them. KJ hit slots. Okay. Thank you. I must have missed the alert. The orange screen name must have gone all the way up past before I glanced up or something. It said no one got it. This is a new one now, by the way. It should have pulled someone in. It's a 1959. It is not a 3. Made sure of that. Because it had a mint mark. I was like, oh, that's a 39 something? Nope. So it says no one won, and there should have been at least one person who got it. So let me get it on the board. And Martin. Okay. Martin has 4 names in a row from that. Yeah, it was weird. I clicked stop guess and nothing pulled over. I was like, I saw guesses come in. So, of course, any computer program will not work 100% of the time 100% correctly. On that last one, Michael said he had a 59. Okay. Joseph Wells. Okay. Joseph. Okay. So, okay. Now I've got all 3 people on there. That's why I still like the way that you guys are doing it. Oh, that's weird. Nothing's even coming through. It says there was no guesses. So I'll have to figure out why it stopped pulling info in. Weird. Okay. Back to old-fashioned way. This one is a 58. And back to the old-fashioned way. I'll get it on the board and then figure out who won. Wonder if... Well, I'll figure it out later, but... Cal, BH, New Marshall, and Jim. Thank you. Had the same issue. Had to end up getting my bot to output the chat to a text file during the guessing phase, then pull entries from the text frag. Yeah, mine it's supposed to log it in an, like on my drink thing. When I close it, it opens up an Excel file and has everything that was in there. And this, it's supposed to log it to a file, and I don't know if maybe the logic is saying, oh, it's ran for too long, and I mean the stream's still going, so it's not like I sent you email if you want to show just an epic nickel roll from the bank. Okay, let's find it. This is what Civ 5 found. Let's make it a little bigger. Oop. Nice. 12 war nickels. 42p, 43p, p, 43 S, 45p. That is crazy. 12, that's like 45 bucks in silver or something. Very nice. Every nickel in the roll was older than 57, he said. So I'm thinking it was probably a collection that someone just took to the bank and deposited when Grandpa died or something. Because that's the only way you're going to find it, with an entire roll of 57 or older, with 8 of them being war nickels. So if I were you, I would go back to that bank and say, do you have any more? And sometimes it's one roll, but the account number written on it, that's, yeah. And I'm sure you already planned, oh, yep, I was going to say, you're already planning that. I was going to say, that's the thing I would do, is like go right back and but that's nice. Everything's 57 or older, and 8 of them were nickels. I think silver was 50 or 64 today. Can't remember for sure. I only glance at it once in a while when I check my account, because I always have a spreadsheet that I log my balances every day. And then I have it update with the gold and silver price. Finished box of nickels, 1 dateless buffalo, 39, 940s, and 1850s. Nice. I'm assuming the 39 must not have been a key date, because you didn't put that. 14 rolls left. We're only at 41 likes. Must be a slow watched stream. We had 10 new members, thanks to Jim, I believe. No. Yeah, Jim. Let's say usually it's Jim, but yeah, see right here it shows ads automator off. In case if someone doesn't believe me, right here. So I do have it turned off. Like I said, hopefully you guys aren't getting as many as the other night, because that was somehow turned back on. Even though this one showed off, the other spot was still on. I hate how some of those 5s and 3s look alike. Yeah, the loose rolls like that don't ever come into the banks, because if they take it to the credit union, they put it through the machine, the one that I used to dump, and the other bank re-rolls them. Like if they come in, they roll their returns and reuse them. Well, I guess I can actually show you from earlier, just in case someone's interested in it. These are 1 ounce silver. This is a Walking Liberty ASE, and this is a Veterans Day, and that's the back. But that's the stuff that he had, but he had bought it when silver was high, so of course he's just going to hang on to it, because there's no way he'd get even close to what he got out of it. But that is what I am getting in. I've got 8 of these coming in, and I've already got 2 sold, I think, already. Or at least called dibs on. Also have a tube of those coming in. I have 2 tubes of those coming in. That's front and back. I can get 1 more of those, another roll of Scottsdale Lions, and I think there was 10 of those, 10th ounce. I'm holding off for now because none of the other stuff is.
This Gatorade.
Yeah. Like the Geiger and stuff, even though it's a good price. I'm just going to hold off, I think. If they were moving quicker, maybe, but those are kind of hard to sell anyway. The 100 gram and 500 gram, those sort of things. Scottsdale Lion. But if you want an entire tube, I'll get you a good deal. I wonder if I just want to test something. Come on. We'll see if this one works. Because I found one of my things that were open, which I'm glad I didn't shut, because it's a different version of the one I was using. But it is pulling people in, such as Cal has 40, KJ 57, Thomas has 40, Smoker 52, Martin 59, VMC 57. So it is pulling names and stuff in, and I'm comparing it to the chat, and that is what you guys are typing. And Marsh just put 51. Yep. So I guess we'll see how well this does. I wonder if this is the version that was working the best. Because this one has the thing where you can click copy names instead of having to copy and paste. And the other one doesn't. So I think this is the corrected, well, more updated version, I should say. Maybe that's the one that I was looking for. Thank you, VMC. We will end guess. I show one person got it. And that is Joseph Wells. Get that on the board. Ah, wrong one. 40s, 3. Times 2. Okay, I can definitely do that. You're doing the gamble tonight. Nice. We'll see if it pays off. I mean, the worst it is you still have your name on there once at least. Maybe I'll have to do folders and label them by date so that I know as of this date it was working. And that way I can go back to the exact stream for that day and test it. There's always something. $47 likes, sweet. Last time I looked up, it was at 41. I did get one new subscriber. Ten rolls to go. Was it 7:30? Okay. Wanted to make sure it wasn't getting too... See, I show 48, which means we're probably 49. So we'll see what we get. And Vincent says 50 likes. There you go, exclamation GAW, we'll get you in on that. And welcome, by the way. Unless you've been lurking and I just didn't see you. Exclamation GAW if you want in on a 50 like giveaway.
I'm trying to get in.
And again, if my son wins, I will draw a second person in addition. Yeah, I was looking at the time because I want to make sure it's not getting too late to where Amy's supposed to be coming home. And let's see if this one works again. I guess we'll find out. We got a minute and a half left. If you want in on the drawing, exclamation GAW.
I made some good beats.
So just about a minute left.
Oh yeah, 50 likes. Oh, now 49?
Yeah, there's people that will do it and then take away their like. But it's not like we'll do a 50 like multiple times. Or some people, they go, I didn't win, I'm not going to like that anymore.
Well,
Yeah, it looks like we had 5 people, so at least this one's pulling in more than 3 if that was the problem. 1940, I see it's Civ 5, Vincent, Jolly, Jim, and Mike. Schleiz. Let's see if this thing works. It did. Awesome. Yay! Oh, I think the 50 likes is over also. Well, it said 27 seconds, so I'll open it back up for a few seconds while I get over to that screen. There we go. Close entries, 50 like giveaway. Vincent. Congratulations. As usual, the default is you email me. If I don't get an email, you don't get anything. If you want it banked, you can let me know. It's still best to email and say bank is preferably the best. But I'm sure you already know the bank thing. We'll see if this one is an older one. Yeah, it's still best, even if you want them banked, it's still the best way to email.
have you ever had 100 like giveaway?
Nope.
What was your highest?
75 like. I still got a 1 ounce silver bar from Garrett for when we hit 100.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm good with either way. I figure some people may not, have already got a bunch of 1 ounce cotton. I do not have 1 ounce cotton rounds. Sorry. You know, maybe they're like, I've already got everything that I like.
I like mine.
So I figured let them use it towards getting something else.
What's this one I got?
That's the Indian head. This is the one my son had chosen. The proof, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah. That's the one I like because it's. Isn't it on the penny?
What?
That the Indian head?
No, it's a buffalo nickel.
Oh.
Something we have not.
It has a buffalo on the back.
Something we have not found for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think we're coming up on, in 3 months, we've found one.
Oh yeah, we won't be able to live stream for when we go to the cabin. What does that say?
He should have sent a buffalo nickel silver bar instead of the Walking Liberty silver bar.
I can't wait for the wheel.
But
have you copied the names down on the board? Okay.
Yep. Yep. A few other people have sent Amy some rolls of leafies. I came across, I think it was 1,000 leafies or something for, I think it was like $22 or something. So I was like, with the ones that they've sent and the ones that I just bought a little while ago, should keep her busy for plenty of time.
So we got 3 W's.
Yep.
BMC. Who's a live streamer in this chat? Who is like a live streamer in this chat?
Few people.
Oh.
Some of them live stream on their own channels. Some people just post videos. Some people just watch videos. Some people, just kind of. It's like me. I do the live stream where I used to do just posting videos. Now I don't post videos too much because I don't make videos or open boxes because it's all on live. I guess I could make a recap of live finds. Furwood's up in Canada. He does lives and he has games and stuff on his too. But his are probably way much better than mine because I don't have any. Jim Thompson sent a silver star for 2 jewels. Thank you, Jim.
My favorite things to search, or was to search, was pennies and dimes. I still like dimes, but we haven't got those in a while.
I've got a box over there.
We have a box, never mind. I was like, we might have a box.
I was going through and actually looking for some of the years. Maybe I found all of the good stuff.
Back to 50 likes.
Yeah, I'll probably have to, I've watched, some little bits now and then, but I think I'll have to, like, make some time. Because a lot of times it's, 4 o'clock on a Saturday is usually when there was like games, and they don't have the Alex's swimming is in the mornings. Like the last Saturday when we went down to Mesquite, Jim Thompson sent a 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, Jim. We got up at 5, left here, got to Mesquite, did all the stuff, traveled home, got home at 5 my time, which would be 7 Eastern. So a lot of it is.
Soon enough, it'll be football.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the fall he'll start football again, and that'll be all the away games and stuff. They always have them, luckily, like in the morning, but you have to travel to get there. And for us, for the school sports, because we're so small, we're rural. Yeah, that sucks. The nearest games that aren't home games are like 2.5 hours. Either Enterprise or Beaver. I'm guessing. Android won't restart or turn off. Have you done a force restart? Can't remember how you do it. It's like you hold down the power and the volume down, or I haven't done it forever. I used to know it when I worked at Verizon. It's funny, everybody would come into my store, and then after I was gone, people were like, the store sucks without you there. And just recently they closed it down.
Wait, that's the one in Canap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's an urgent shut.
We have another P. That's two P's and a D, which is extremely weird because usually it's opposite.
What's the hardest mint in nickels?
Usually it's ones in San Francisco, unless it's like a certain year, like 1950. You want to get a Denver. It's the lowest minted.
It is.
It's only 2.63 million. But if you go to 50 Philly, it says semi-key date with 9.796 million.
I'm not as smart as Dad with coins.
Well, I'm not as smart as some people either. But I also have my cheat sheets that I use for the mintages.
The only thing I look at is either like the silver parts or if it was...
No 63 Phillies. We do have some 64 Denvers.
We haven't got halves in a while.
I had one box of halves.
That
was circulated. I've still got 3.5 I need to open.
We used to have a lot of halves.
I should pay you to open them.
Me?
I hate opening them. Some of these are, like that one would be a good one to have, but the ones that you might look at are like all beat up, and it's usually because of damage.
Yeah.
And I'm not the best at varieties, but well, we had a 4-in, 324s, an 09. We had a 58, a 59, a 59, a 53, and a 54. Five. Yeah. And we had 4, which was a 40, a 41, a 48, and a 40. And then just kind of a weird toned one. You know, if you compare them together, you can definitely see the... But yeah, it's not a fun. Hey, Jimmy. We're just in time for... I'm going to do the regular end of stream part. And then I'll probably open some quarters. Or show some copper. Or whatever. Exclamation GAW.
Wait, you can get in twice?
Well, let's take a look. What do you guys think of that one? Do you think that is a 64D over D? Yes, I did the 50 likes giveaway. This is Civ 5s that he was wondering about it. We got a few yeses and a few no's saying machine. It's one of those that would be hard to tell. The easiest thing would be probably go to Variety Vista or Wexler's. Those are the two that usually will have the good information on it. Because I would have to pull it up and compare and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was gonna say, to me it kind of seems more like a machine. I haven't looked at one forever.
What's 77 plus 77?
154.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
And see, that's the one thing is, some people can look at it and say yes, some people can say no. Some will look at it and say, I have no freaking clue.
Was it just me?
I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards more machine doubling, but like I said, I'd have to pull up examples to compare it. We've got well, it says 51 seconds. Let's resume for a minute. Because it wasn't even down to 0. Usually when you do it, it timer goes to 0, and this didn't even go to 0, it went to 2 seconds.
Why not?
There we go. I can do the rest of that stuff later. I've looked and then I haven't seen a post for a while or anything. I know Treasure Hog has come in and said that he's taken some coins and stuff back. I think he's just kind of not been streaming or anything. It was after his mom died. I think he's just kind of stepped back and taken a little bit of time or something. But I know Treasure Hog had said that he's been over and like helped take coins and stuff back. So
Took coins back to where?
the bank. Yeah, and there was a lot of baseball with the kids and all that. So, all right, the end of the stream regular winner is Lynn. Congratulations. You must have snuck in. I haven't seen you.
I need to win the deal. The fortune.
Ah, crap.
What?
I just closed it.
Oh no.
There we go.
That's not good.
I was going to say, I thought I could get it back. Which I did. All right, the Wheel of Names, it says we only have 32 people. Of course, we didn't have a lot of guesses, so...
But half of that went to what's his name?
So Lynn, I don't know if you've been in here for a while since we did, but you can email me, and in the email, either tell me you want a code or you want it to be banked. Gatita, you haven't won for a while. Congratulations. It only added Gatita? Well, that was weird because I highlighted all of them, but then now there's only one. Let's try that again. Weird. Just seeing if I can get that back and... But if we can get that... Oh, of course, it has every single thing.
That's a lot of names.
There, that probably looks better. So, we'll do another wheel because now there's double the names and we only put Gatita on and Gatita won, so. This will be a second drawing. Oh, just went past you, Alex. Martin.
Dang
it. So, Martin, you had like 5 names on from... Let's see how many we had with this. 62... There was only 2, it says. I was going to say, I know that there was at least 5, because you had a double, and then you were the only one that got it for a couple times. Yes, Gatita, you still win. Because it was my mistake, you don't get to pay for it.
Pay for what?
My mistake.
Oh, both of them do. They have to. Dang it, there's another drawing.
Oh, mussel shell. 3. Thank you. So mussel shell, you get 50 cents banked now. Yeah, he had like 4 in a row, and then or 3 in a row, and then he got one that was one of them was a double, so there was a 2 entry. So there was 5 names at one point in a row. You probably didn't want to see me do all that, but there I did it.
Why was the knife swollen?
Because I spun it. Still needs to be way sharpened, but it's way sharper than it was. That's good. You're welcome, New Marshall. So we had Donkey Socks, Vincent, Lynn, Gatita, and Martin as the winners. So congratulations. I've got, whoa. Two things is we can do, yeah, if you get 3 chili peppers on the slots, you get 50 cents banked in your bank account with me. And that 50 cents is, you're welcome, Joseph, credit that you can use towards the store. So that's why if you win a giveaway, oh, no, I didn't. Let's do that.
Do what?
The oldest year.
What's the oldest year?
So we'll do it this way. The oldest year was in 1940. And there was 4, Maple Leaf, KJ, Mike, and Lyle. So we'll do a last man standing. How about that?
I want to be part of the last man standing.
So I get to give away another one. So we'll do a last man standing and see who gets it. KJ's gone. Sorry, KJ.
You don't win.
So yeah, you can either use it as a bank towards my store, or you can just say I'll take a round. So like if you want to save up for, sorry, Mike, it's between Lyle and Maple. So like if you want to save up for a colored one or a 5-ounce round or something like that. Oh, sorry. Maple Leaf is gone. Congratulations, Lyle. Yeah, I didn't click the right button. There you go. So, Lyle, you won that part. Because of my thing, I ended up giving away another one. But that's okay. We had 10 new members. Thanks to Jim, we had some jewels given. Thanks to Jim and Mike, I think. Can't remember everybody, but there was a lot of them that came in. So yeah, I've got quarters I can open unless someone wants to. Nice. Yeah. And if she wants to add it to your bank, you're welcome to do that also. Do you have a bank? That's the question. Let's see. Jolly does not. So yeah, and you guys can combine yours together. Like if you end up winning and she ends up winning and all that kind of stuff, you can combine them together. Just let me know that you guys want them combined. But yeah, just let me know in the email which way you want. But yeah, you can send it on her behalf. But I've got quarters I can open at the moment, or I need to text and make sure my daughter is coming home soon.
Oh yeah, I need to also take a shower.
Like if there's like slots when there's a prize this week. Yeah, it was one of those. Someone asked about what if you get the 3 of a kind? Do you get anything? And I was like, no. And I was like, maybe if we do like 3 chilies, because my hot sauce, you get 50 cents added to the bank.
His hot sauce is good.
If you eat this hot sauce, I swear you don't go cross-eyed. See, it's got pure cane sugar and brown sugar instead of... Yep, it is on. But it's got red habanero, boot jalopy, which is same as ghost pepper, and yellow Scotch bonnet as the peppers. And it's only a 3 out of 5, they say. But yeah, that is. I've got right now. I think I've got 7 left before I have to make another order. Gotcha. Just a second. Hello. Mm-hmm. Now I can't remember what I was saying. And as usual, you go to Dad Hunt's Coins, and on my homepage, I've got my hot sauce. And I've also got all my different merch, stickers, magnets. Thank you for those that use this Amazon link. It helps out great. You know, 15, 20 bucks a month or so in kickbacks. It's nice. You come to copper. It's all the copper all the time, all together. See, there's another Canadian one I carry. These are all 1 ounce rounds. Down here it starts the colored ones and stuff. I got plenty of these.
Yep,
I did get a Niagara Falls, so I've got a couple of those. This isn't one of the newer ones. This is the one I can get an entire tube of. I can get another one of these, but they are, like I said, these are a lot more expensive. Sold out. I thought I was going to get more. Sorry, guys. I didn't. I do have that one, and then I also have some other ones. You too, Vincent. I got a few of, well, I got that one. It says 1 ounce pure silver, but it's copper. It's just a replica. These are copper ones. They're all the same, and that one's a newer one. And then the back is a Zombux, and then the regular back. The flag all wrinkled up and stuff's kind of cool looking. The Zombux will probably end up having to be a couple bucks more. I'll have to check, but usually the Zombux are on almost anything more expensive. Oh, and then I also got this one. And I'm probably going to keep that one because it's the Aztec calendar. And I love the Aztec calendar.
In Mexico, they're big, like, hoodies or something like that? Like the cotton or something? Whatever it is, and it had a big Aztec calendar.
I got lots of stuff with the Aztec calendar on. I do have some things on here that I don't have on my website yet. One of them are these. It's Trump-Biden knockout. So, haven't got that on the site yet. I don't think. Maybe I did. I'll have to check. What else? I don't think I've got these on the site yet. The Color Eyes Don't Tread on Me. I think pretty much everything else I do. I did get some more random rounds with one of my orders. I got a few of those. I've already got that on my website. I know I've got those. I've got that one. I know I have that one. Oh, and I have a white-tailed deer. What's this one? Oh, and I got a tube of these. I don't think I have that one on my website yet. And I've got other fun stuff coming. That's my next shipment of stuff. That is what's in there. Some of these I already have. These are 10-ounce fire and ice. They're 2 pieces. You get a better picture.
I love the 4th of July.
I do have a tube of Libertads coming. I have 2 tubes of these. This is the front and back. I've got 8 of those coming. I know I've already got a couple of them called or sold for. This is a 10-ounce Galaxy like planet. This is a 10-ounce fire ice. It comes in 2 pieces, but it's 1 bar. So you could technically take it out of the acrylic case. I do have some more of those 5-gram Eagles. I'm not getting more of those or those. Maybe might get one of those. I don't know. Anyway. Those 5-gram Eagles are pretty cool. They're colorized. It's just, of course, you're paying for the premium because it's small and colorized and all that kind of stuff, but that's my new stuff. Along with gold, quarter ounce, and some 10th ounce silver. But I got a Zeus, I've got an abominable snowman. Oh, that's the one I was going to show you that someone had asked about, and I said, oh, I'm going to be able to get some thing like that. That's the Zeus. That's the abominable snowman. And then Ponzi scheme. I didn't want them, but I ended up having to get 2. But got a square ones. These are all 5 ounce. That's a turtle, a penguin, and a beaver. So when I get those in, see, the other night we had this one. It was the 2019 Lowell W. Like I said, if you guys ever want closer up pictures or stuff like that, just email me and I'll get them to you. I have to make sure I have all my stuff over there on the website. Because I'm wondering if I put some stuff over there and didn't put it on. Brag to your brother-in-law and he checked out your website. Sweet. I've had some orders come in from TikTok Shop, from I can't remember the other one right now. Nope, I am out of boxes. I'm going to try to hopefully get one Wednesday when I go to the bank. I'll see if they are willing to part with one. But like I said, I've been trying to get 4 boxes of each pickup, and I'm lucky if I get 2.
Hey, you'll have 10 boxes when...
But when my sister comes in, I'll have plenty of boxes. When I first started streaming, I had a supply of 10 surplus boxes.
You did.
And there's been a few weeks in here where, you know, I didn't stream over Thanksgiving and stuff like that. I was able to get a couple boxes of pennies, and we searched those.
You did.
My son finished his box that he had been working on. Pulled out a...
Oh, it's that one.
That one. And a... That one's a little bit more tarnished. I thought you had a 55 also.
I did.
Where'd you put it?
It's in the pile.
Oh. This other one. I forgot it was a Wheatie.
I was like, where's my weed?
And this is the one that he pulled out of a roll.
It was like the last 5 rolls.
I would call that a blazer. I wish we could get more penny boxes. But I was lucky to get 2. He had 7 Wheaties and 1 Canadian out of that box that he finally finished.
I have that other box from like forever ago. It had like those 3 Wheaties and
Yeah.
something like that.
So I was like, nice. We used to get pennies all the time, and then September, cut off. And when they were asking what I wanted, I was like, well, if you can get pennies, I'll always take them if you ever get them in. They're like, oh, we got a couple boxes. I was like, oh, okay. So they must have had a couple extra surplus than they needed, and that was weird, but I wasn't going to turn it down. I'm a local state bank. It's
Oh, I thought it was
just in the southern part of Utah there. And then the other one is a credit union. They're the ones that get me like all my quarters and dimes and nickels. They don't get halves very often. The bank is the one that can get me halves and nickels. Well, at least they used to. There is one other bank in town, but they're not friendly unless you have like multi-million dollars.
What bank's that?
Zions.
Oh.
I'd gone in probably 3 or 4 different times, and they wouldn't even talk to me. See you, AG. Thanks for coming.
Where is the Zions Bank?
A kitty corner from, or the across the street from the church.
Oh, yeah.
And Zion's Pharmacy. So the bank has been getting me halves, but the problem is they're all brand new, either 2024D or 25P.
I will unwrap them for you.
And Zion's is in like 7 different states, and each state I think they call themselves something else. Like in Colorado, I think they're called Vectra Bank or something. Yeah, I've tried to even set up an account there, and basically they don't even want to talk to you.
Oh, yeah, that one.
But we are very rural, so I get what I can get, just like on the halves. If they're brand new, my choices are either take them, unwrap them, and dump them in the other machine, or not take them and not get any more halves because they won't order any until those are gone.
I'd say when you go up to the cabin, you go to a few banks. Well, I don't car.
And coming up in about 3 weeks, there will be a Thursday and a Monday that I won't stream because we will be up at the cabin. They have a family cabin, which they split up among the kids to use, and so I usually go with my mom and him, and we spend a week up there. Well, almost a week.
Who's him?
Who's
him?
Grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Grandpa's family. That owns it, and so they split it up. Each kid gets one. Like, basically it's a rotating schedule. And this year it happened to be like middle of July. The one year it was on my birthday. What are you gonna do? Is that when they come for you? You could watch reruns. See the progression of from the start until now.
I always think Canavin for Doma. Canavin's the older brother.
So yeah. Like I said, on Thursday I'll stream unless I'm able to pick up a box. I'll probably just open a box of quarters. Actually, I'll probably have some nickels. I forgot this week was payroll week, and Wednesday I'll take payroll check down to the bank because we use a separate bank for our payroll, and I'll be picking up my coin. So I will probably have a couple boxes in nickels. Hopefully they get me more like I've asked, but we'll see. So yeah, I was thinking Thursday was our payroll was next week, but it is, I'm pretty sure it's this week. I can actually tell you here.
Christmas.
And it's not on there. But let me do this. Yeah, payroll ended Saturday, so I get to go to the bank on my birthday. Maybe they'll have lots and lots and lots of fun stuff and pennies and galore, and they'll be like, happy birthday. Not that they probably even know when it is, but...
What if they have 600 boxes of pennies?
Well, if they had 600 boxes of pennies, they would have had to have more than just the regular delivery. Because it's just a regular truck that brings it. And they bring it for all the different places.
Well, it could be a surprise. And they just never want to tell you for your birthday.
So on my website, I do have, right now I only have box battle set up for international, but you can always email me and we can get the other one set up, like if you want a regular box, but now I'm not so worried. I was thinking I was just gonna have to have a non-subscriber stream. And I've been keeping the, I think it was the 2025 ladies. Can't remember who was. I think it was IT that said they were needing some certain ones, and I said, well, let me know. I'll keep them out. Unless you guys would be interested in doing quarter box hunts. I don't know how I'd price it or anything, but
$700.
yes, they're going to pay $700 for it.
Yeah.
That's what my son said. $700. I want to try to grow my channel in members, not drive them away because they think I'm crazy and out of this world.
Okay, then $500.
Right.
The whole box is worth $500.
Yeah, but I don't send them the box. Otherwise, they'd have to pay me like $20 in shipping.
Okay, then. $480.
Quarters is I've only found 2, and that was only this year. I average 0.6 W's, a 0.4 proof per box, so basically 1 find. But overall, an average between NIFCs and miscellaneous and everything, 1.4 average. So I don't find silver. Like I said, I haven't found silver until this year.
And I was there for silver. KJ in Ohio, you lost 5 points. That's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 points is a lot, considering I give them for free.
Yeah. I remember when it was my first time, I tried to gamble all my points away.
It only lets you gamble up to a maximum amount, even if you put all.
Yeah. But like, I actually thought that you can gamble all your points. So I tried to use slots because I knew I'd lose.
So I don't know. Would quarters be something that you guys would like to see? If so, how much should I charge?
Alright. I'm gonna go up to shower.
You're gonna shower here, or are you just gonna wait till you get your place?
Here.
Okay. You better hurry, because
I know I will.
yeah, the ones that my sister got that were all searched, which obviously, like I said, she didn't know. I still hunted them, but there was nothing in them. It'll be interesting to see how her boxes fare in finds. Someone's like, you're not finding anything because you've taken it all out of already and you're just getting your same coins back. And I'm like, no, because they take them to Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I live in southern Utah. We have like all of our mail and stuff goes to Vegas because that's the nearest like USPS spot. I'm assuming the big delivery companies don't have a spot in southern Utah. Even so, you have all the different banks and all of the stuff that I deposit is actually going to Coinstar. I don't pay Coinstar fees, but Coinstar is the one who owns the machine. So because they own the machine, I think the Coinstar would be either in probably like where they would take all their coin to sort and all that. I'm assuming it would probably either be Vegas or Salt Lake, because I really doubt they'd have a spot in St. George. St. George and the surrounding area is like 100,000 people, so Usually they're not going to put a sorting center in a small, tiny place. Well, to them it would be considered a small, tiny place. So I really doubt I get my own coins back. I'm sure I've gotten some back, you know. But never know. And like I say, I always flip them over to look at the mint mark because there are NIFC quarters. And I didn't know there were NIFC quarters until one time I saw an S and it was not a proof. And I'm like, how is it an S but it's not a proof? So I looked it up. That's when I found out there are such a thing as NIFC quarters. So that's why I always look at the mint mark. And there's a lot of people that never knew that. I didn't know that until just last year when I found my first NIFC quarter. I was like, what? Because I found proof quarters, but you knew they were proof. You know, they were obviously proof. But I was like, is this some kind of mistake or something? So that's when I was looking it up and found out there were NIFCs. Amy better be getting back.
Did you know America was invented in 2013?
Oh.
On December 3rd.
So this is the remainder of the box from Monday night. Eight rolls. So far I've gotten a W.
Only -1,000,000 coins. That's how much money I am.
Someone was watching me dump coin at the bank one day and they were asking what my strangest find was. Or what my coolest find. I said, well, I don't know about the coolest, but I can tell you my strangest. And they said, okay. And I said, a crematorium tag. And they looked at me and said, what? And I said, a crematorium tag. They're like, what's that? I said, that's what they put with a body when they cremate it, so they know whose remains it is. It's the same roundness as a $50, but the thickness is like way less. They thought that was the weirdest thing. I said, I've heard of people finding them. And it was out of Las Vegas, which is why I think that's where the coin sorting place is. Because otherwise, how would it make it all the way around the country and everything? I don't think so.
Well, maybe it was shipped.
But for me, I've never gotten like weirded out about it or anything. But
$300 for seaweed baskets.
I think. Ah, crap. Yep.
I'm gonna try Triceratops water. I'm insane. No.
Because if you compare it to a $50, you know, it's the same width or the same diameter, but the thickness is half of what it is. So when I saw it, I thought it was like, you know, it was not like that. It was pushed against the other one. I'm like, that's weird. Must be damaged. And I looked. I'm like, oh. But yeah. Weird things.
I like my hair.
Great. Amy better be getting here. She's $8.50. Oh. Nope. Had a silvery edge, but it's not. Your mom will be here in about 5 to 10 minutes, period. Hey, Larry. Welcome.
Who's here for the dog?
I guess if Amy's not here when your mom gets here, maybe I guess I'll just have to run her out.
What did Amy was calling about?
They were going to run to the store. And that was a half hour ago.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair to make your mom wait around because Amy ran off after she's worked all day. And then I'll get yelled at. 5 rolls. Yesterday was the longest day of the year. Now days are getting shorter.
For some reason, it felt very short. Well, that's because it was Father's Day.
Oh well. I guess if I have to run her out, I run her out. Life is also a highway. Hey, Copper Owl.
Hey, what?
I said, hey, Copper Owl. I've got my son with me for part of the evening, so opening up the rest of my quarter box I started on Monday.
BMC is always in the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were with Oscar and Tom. When was the last time you watched him?
When he streamed last, he hasn't been on for a while.
Oh. Wonder why.
He's just, I think, taking a break. His mom had died, so he did the funeral stuff and.
Oh, my mom's here.
Okay. I will be right back, guys. Well, I guess she's spending the night, and I was not told. Your mom just told me you were spending the night, period. Alex took the bag with him, period. There we go. She was like, their mom was like, I thought I texted you. I was like, no. She was like, oh. Oh well. I was like, today I had to pick him up at the pool at 3. So, get off work early to go pick him up. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden my reminder popped up on my calendar, because I use my Outlook calendar at work for all kinds of stuff. Like, I'll put all their things on there just so I can remember. And okay. Since I've got 2.5 more rolls, and then I'll go through the ones that need scoped, and then we'll be done. Don't tase me, bro. Whenever I hear someone say bro, that's the first thing I think of is, don't tase me, bro. Maybe I'm just getting too old, but the bruh thing. Bruh. Kind of. But that was probably what the people thought when we were growing up, and we were like, rad, dude. Can't remember where I was, but there was a kid whose name was Dude. And well, I shouldn't say kid, but he's 20s or something. Groovy, man. I saw him sometime after he'd been gone a while or something like that, and I was like, dude. He goes, dude. I'm like, dude. Everybody's kind of looking at us, and he was like, my name's Dude. Like, literally, I was named Dude. And so they were like, oh. They were kind of like, what the heck? And we got one roll to see if we have any more. There's no silver, so see if there's any W's or Nifty. See, growing up, we would, you know, peg our pants. You'd roll them up at the bottom and everything, you know. And I was always like, these skinny jean crap is just stupid looking. And then I got sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, basically we had skinny jeans. It was just called pegging. You'd peg your pant legs. I'm like, I guess that would be the same sort of thing. But now, if you notice, all the skinny jean stuff has gone away. It's now kind of the stuff that is back into the, like the 80s and stuff. I know when I was saying that, I was like, someone's going to take that wrong. Because, yeah, that is completely different meaning now. I have it set for nickels, which is why it's so close. I'm not going to scooch it out. I haven't found a die chip for a long time. Remember, I'd wear kind of like either muscle shirts, or you'd have like a shirt and then you'd roll up the sleeves and make them tight on your bicep, kind of like the kind of like the old school look where you'd have your t-shirt rolled up and then have a pack of smokes or whatever in it. I wasn't that old, but that was the same sort of thing that we would do, is roll up our t-shirts or short sleeve shirts. Easy stuff and get them out of the way first. But I still use Fraggle Rock as my alarm. I loved that as a kid. The roller rink, yep. I can't remember where the easiest part to see it on the bicentennial DDO is. So I guess I'll look at a few different places. Usually it's like in God We Trust, you can see it. On most things. All right, what's the next set down? I always like to save the 65 DDO for last. 71 is DDR. $70D is both DDO and DDR. I accidentally pulled out a Philly. $69D. Don't know why I pulled that one out either. D over D and a D over rotated D. I don't see it. And 66 is DDR. That's why I use my cheat sheet, because I can't remember which years are. Like 66 is Philly. I haven't. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I haven't seen his stuff lately. I guess I should look and see if I'm still subscribed, because you know how YouTube does things. And the 65 DDO and DDR. I found a 65 DDR once. And last one. Alrighty. The only thing we found was a W. So, fun. Well, there you go. Probably in about a week I'll have some new copper in. I do have some already in. I just haven't got on my website yet. But there you guys go. Been fun. We'll have a good time. Since pickup from the bank is Wednesday, now that I remember, I should have some nickels. So if you want hunts or whatever, I should have availability unless someone already buys a slot, and then you'll just be next slot. So there you go. Thanks, guys. We had 10 memberships from Jim Thompson, and a bunch of stars and presents and stuff sent. And that's about it. So thanks, and we will see you on Monday. No, Thursday. Today's Monday. I'm all mixed up. Okay. Good night.